StarCraft 2. These two are meant to play against each other, Tasteless.
We have never seen such a range in a TVP. Proxies, rushes, all-out macro games. And by the way, in TVP, it's insanely difficult to actually get that far along and have that much of the map occupied, and the stuff they're doing is incredible. All right, guys, let's get hyped. Let's make some noise in the bottom right, in the red, our Terran player, he is TY! And his opponent here in the upper right, in the blue, our Protoss player, make some noise for Stats!
Everything is on the line right now. The IEM World Championship, Tasteless, as well as a spot at BlizzCon, as well as $100,000. And this means so much to both of them. TY has been a professional gamer for around 10 years and finally won his first tournament this year at WESG. Stats, on the other hand, he has been a pro gamer for a very long time as well. He keeps getting to the round of 4, to the finals even at IEM Gyeonggi, but hasn't been able to take one home yet.
And if he manages to do that here, he would finally achieve that next milestone in his career. He's always somebody who gets deep in tournaments. He's always somebody who's managed to beat champions. This could be his moment to actually become one.
That is exactly what he wants. He does not want to be one of these cursed players that gets so many second places. TY, on the other hand, he'd like another 100 grand in his bank account, Tasteless. This guy is becoming rich this year off StarCraft 2.
We have for the 2 build orders a quick Nexus as well as a quick command center. The Reaper now headed northbound to try to scout out and find the starting location here of Stats. He will be fortunate in the sense that in a 4-player map of the 3 spots he could check, it'll be the first location he looks at.
That's right, sending it directly north, and that's going to be nice to tell him exactly what's going on, but a Mothership core and an Adept on the way, so he's not really going to be able to find any serious damage coming up.
If we can pan out for a second here, assuming this Reaper doesn't do any damage, because both players are on the right side of the map, if we do go to late game, and we've seen that a couple times from these 2 players, it will be a struggle for both the Protoss and the Terran to try to expand to the left side of the map. The farther you get out in a Protoss versus Terran, no matter which race you are, the harder it can be to secure these expansions. Warp gates or proxy pylons warping in units, medevacs hitting over there. So it's possible one of these 2 players tries to avoid that scenario. Maybe they're not comfortable with it and go for a quicker game, a rush game, or it's possible they say, I feel very confident in a situation like that, bring it on.
Yeah, it very well could be. In this map, a lot of the times we do see those kind of long, drawn-out macro games because it is such a long map to attack your opponent. But look at this from TY. It looks like he might be going for Ravens, Tasteless.
All right, he's getting Ravens coming up here. This has been used a good amount, especially in the late 2016 and now early 2017 StarCraft 2 meta. You can use that Raven to get over here, chuck down an auto turret, take out some workers, as well as using it as a detector. We've already seen that Stats has favored some of these robo builds, initially getting out observers there to check for medevacs. Now, if he gets the Raven out, pokes on the map, he doesn't have to scan to kill that observer. He can instead land more mules, possibly getting a bigger economy, and maybe even pushing in the late mid-game.
This is one of the most frustrating things that can happen to you as a Protoss player, and he has his Marines waiting because he knows exactly where the observer will come. Look at this, but Stats, he accepts that something like this could occur. He's actually changing.
Look at
that.
The mind games already. He's outmaneuvered it, and he's gone around. He's gotten inside the base. He's going to get the scout off.
This is the level of these players that Stats dodged what he knew TY was capable of. This is madness in game number 7.
So the observer comes in here, scouts exactly how the production rate is going here for TY, and there is the threat of a possible mid-game rush. Back over here in the base of stats, if we can get a shot of that in the north up here, we see he is going for that Colossus tech. He's got his mothership in a pretty decent position, and he's turtling for the time being, trying to get that army sophistication so that he can actually fight TY in the middle of the map.
Well, we might see a very strong push coming out of TY, even getting combat shields very quickly to tank for his army. A lot of siege tanks coming out, 3 of them. In fact, this looks a lot like the push that we saw in Belshire Vestige, but a lot faster. He hasn't gone for double Hellion Harass. He hasn't gone for the double Widow Mine drop. What he has gone for, though, is that quick Raven, which can block a lot of shots and deal a lot of damage with auto turrets as well.
And Adept coming around here to the side is going to knock this SCV out of the game. We will see the center of the map and possibly to the left of that utilized by both sides to keep small numbers of units over there for possible counterattacks as well as poking and scouting.
Right now, the third base being taken by Stats. But, oh God, the push is coming from TY. This is such a powerful attack coming up. Of course, the third Nexus is pretty far away, and a nice poke here, actually, by Stats.
Already bruising some of those units, and I do not believe that TY is going to slow down. He is going to continue to head northbound right now, using the Liberator and leapfrogging the siege tanks.
Oh, the siege tank's picking off some of these important units right now, but at least he has bruised some of the Marines. We don't see any medevacs with this army yet, so any damage he puts on those can't be healed.
The Colossus is low on shields, as well as losing some of its HP. He's beginning to crawl in here. Now, he's already cut the circulation from the third base and the second base in half, and that means Stats is gonna try to go and take him out. He's moving in, microing that one wounded Colossus back. The Liberator remains in the game, and it is finally taken out, but not after Stats has lost too much of his army.
TY's push might be too strong here. He pushes forward, re-sieges his tanks. He's attacking this natural. Still 1 Colossus left. This is the lifeline of Stats. He has to get a lot of damage done.
I don't know if he can get these 3 tanks that are covered with the Marines and the Marauders. He could get both Nexuses in this short period of time. 3 Marines hitting the third Nexus, everything else hitting the second. 2 Colossi in position, and the Nexus will go down.
Both Nexuses are going to fall for sure. A bunker on the way. Stats biding his time. He knows that a suicide means nothing. He's gonna shade forward here with these Adepts. He's gotta find some way to break out.
As you see Stats come down, TY repositions into an even stronger foothold further back, actually hoping that maybe he, oh, hold up, he's gonna try to push in right now. Widow Mines connect. I don't think there's anything that Stats can do as his army vaporizes it, and that is GG!
TY taking out Stats with a brutal push in game.